Ellerbe highlights how important Ford has been to Davis' success. He has always supported Ford, saying he should be named Trainer of the Year. Ellerbe is frustrated that Ford doesn't get the credit he deserves and finds it confusing why he's overlooked. The situation remains tense.
Again, I've been singing his praises. I've said when Tank wins this fight, he's going to be, in my opinion, he's going to be the front runner, the fighter of the year. And there goes the trainer too. He doesn't get a lot of credit for obvious reasons because, and it's just weird. That kind of thing is kind of weird to me because, not switching gears, but Roger never got trainer of the year, and Floyd was fighter of the year. Dad never got trainer of the year. So, I've been openly expressing that, and I think it's time to Calvin gets successful.
Beyond their work together, Ellerbe and Ford have a strong bond. Their relationship goes beyond business, built on mutual respect and a shared passion for developing boxing talent. This deep connection has played a key role in helping fighters like Davis rise to the top. Leonard Ellerbe has been with Mayweather Promotions since it started, helping promote fighters like Gervonta Davis. However, after internal disagreements, especially about Davis' career, Ellerbe decided to leave. His departure was a major change in the boxing promotion world.
The biggest news over the weekend to me was Leonard Ellerbe Mayweather parting ways. I just was his girls collection a week and a half ago, and them niggas was in the club together. So to see Leonard Ellerbe, who started off, as far as I know, I'm not even talking about Grand Rapids, Michigan, or anything else. He started off in the corner before, not his main trainer, anything like that. But the nigga get the water, the towel, and he started off a corner man to become the guy who actually started helping him run Mayweather Promotion.
Calvin Ford believes that while mentors can guide a fighter, success ultimately comes from talent and destiny. He says no one person can take full credit for Davis' achievements, as his potential was clear long before outside influences.
How important was it for Tank to learn?
That was the blessing. That wasn't our work. That wasn't Tank work. That wasn't Floyd work. It was the stars, the moon, whatever, bringing them together to create greatness. So we can have this greatness carry us to the next generation.
You showed humbleness on stage at the press conference today, giving it immense props to the guys at the other side of the table, to Tank, to Goosen, to...
I grew up off the legends of what they did when we was watching boxing. When they said boxing was great, boxing still is great.
Leonard Ellerbe has always praised Gervonta Davis for his skill, power, and dominance in the ring. He credits much of Davis' growth to Calvin Ford's tough training and mentorship, acknowledging the coach's role in shaping him into a top fighter.
I'm very, very confident Tank beats all those guys. All those guys. You name, any of them you name, Tank can beat them.
Where would a fight with like a Devin Haney or a Teofimo Lopez sort of sit on the grand scheme of his schedule?
I don't think that you can put a timeline on that kind of stuff because the big fights happen when they really make sense for both sides. And, I know the fans get a little impatient at times, and that's understandable because they don't really understand how the business goes. Tank's coming off of a fight where, he's made tens of millions of dollars, and Tank alone has been generating, 8-figure revenue every single fight. Tank makes you an offer. It's probably not going to be what you expect because you get paid on what you kind of weigh. Tank is here
Yo, it's scary.
Does that put a different pressure on you?
I'm gonna tell you when it really hit. One day I was in camp with Tank, and he had this little daughter, and he said, "Take a pop right there." You know what I'm saying? And it made me go down the side, and I was like, "Damn!" And when I look at him, man, I still hear little Tank, but I know he a grown man. Man, you know what I'm saying? But it just shows you the work, the years that you put in, learn the individual to become what he's going to become.
Davis and Ford share a bond that goes beyond boxing. Davis has said that Ford has an incredible ability to predict his moves in the ring, knowing exactly when he's about to dominate an opponent. This highlights their deep connection. Ford has always praised Davis' versatility and skill, believing he can dominate in multiple weight classes. His confidence in Davis shows his deep knowledge of the sport and belief in his fighter's potential.
You know, I seen Tank 4 guys, spar guys in the gym at 165, but it's different. Tank was hitting guys with 16-ounce gloves on. You see? Can Tank pull it off? Yes. But clamming that mind and taking that chances, taking that tight, that's a fight where you put a fighter in, right? Where some definitely be some damage in it, you know, damage and hydrating back up to that weight. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have weight classes for reasons.
Yeah, man.
You gotta look at his last fight, and then his last fight, he struggled to make 140. Let's keep it real.
One of Ford's greatest strengths as a trainer is his deep understanding of Davis' mindset. He knows how to motivate him, especially during tough times, keeping Davis focused and determined.
Just did. Got off the canvas. It ain't about the dub. It's about you got that will against will. I don't know. I know I can. I ain't push no button. I came from a different beast. I understand what we gotta go against anytime we get in here. That square box of lunch is serious. So when I talk to him, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. April the 22nd.
Growing up in Baltimore was tough, but Ford helped keep Davis on the right path. He provided guidance and support, making sure Davis stayed focused on boxing and avoided the dangers around him.
Let me explain something to you. Tank don't look at me as coach, look at me as dad. Do it look like his son will take your dad? I don't even feel right. Y'all hear this time? Tank don't pay his coach. Tank gives me anything I want. But I'm a man at the end of the day. And I'm a hustler. Second foremost, I came from that club. You know what I'm saying? He watched me leave my house. My wife, my family, watch me do it. It's bigger than boxing. Boxing is just a web.
Ford understands that a boxer's career naturally evolves and acknowledged that his role in Davis' journey might be coming to an end. He said he has taught Davis all he could and is at peace with him exploring new opportunities, showing his humility and wisdom.
My journey is crazy. That's why I said, listen, we can't write this, man. We cannot write this. My experience being gone, all the stuff that I went through, preparing me for where I'm at. You know, that Tank is older. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do to take us the rest of the way. And this is his take us the rest of the way fight.
Calvin Ford was not the lead man who's been with Gervonta since he was a damn near child. Honestly, since he was a child. Why would you do that? I don't know if they were underestimating the fight. I don't know if like they were just trying to change up and try something new because this wasn't a huge opponent. I don't know if there's something wrong with Calvin or Calvin's not gonna be there. I don't know. But that was damn stupid. Because you notice when shit started hitting the fan, guess what voice popped up on that screen? Put his head through the ropes and Calvin started coaching. When Tank's eye messed up, guess where he looked? He didn't look at that other corner man. He looked for Calvin Ford. Also, Tank talked a lot during this fight. It was a little bit of a different Tank than we've seen in Circle with Fire, which isn't new. He was arguing with the ref. He seemed not composed. I feel like that would have been different with a Calvin Ford in this corner. Because I'm gonna be real, the advice that his corner was giving him was dog shit. Like, yeah, he won the fight, but let's be real, he should have won the fight. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I think that definitely played a role, and I feel like if Calvin was there, it would have been a little different. But yeah, not a good boxing night from Tank. And this is from the Tank.
Davis has always spoken about Ford with deep respect, often calling him a father figure. However, recent interactions suggest a change, as Davis no longer engages with Ford the same way, hinting at a possible strain in their relationship.
The head trainer in a while. Yeah, for sure. Calvin, again, I said Calvin's pops. You know what I mean? He will always be around. You know what I mean? That's pop. That's what I said. So he'll always be there. It's, without me, without Calvin, it wouldn't be no me. You know what I mean? Because at first, when I came into the boxing world, it was more so of me. Calvin was in the gym. It wasn't just me going to a boxing gym and saying, I love to fight. You know what I mean? That's as I got older, I started thinking I started realizing that, you know what I mean, it's not really the love of the sport that I had, it was just the love I was getting from Calvin. You know what I mean? So, or the other older guys that was in the gym.
Tensions between Davis and Ford have become noticeable during training. In one instance, when Ford tried to give advice, Davis cut him off, saying, "You got to stop and listen to me," signaling a shift in their dynamic. For Davis, the gym was more than a training space. It was a sanctuary where he found love, discipline, and structure he didn't always have elsewhere. The boxing ring gave him purpose, and much of that was because of Ford. More than just teaching him how to fight, Ford helped shape Davis into the fighter and the man he is today.
Calvin Ford, what does he mean to you when you hear that name? What does it mean when you first hear that?
Father. And then he's one of the guys that held a lot of this, like this whole family together. Him with Kenny, but for sure, like them two, they held the whole camp together. For sure.
Wouldn't be here without him. You say that?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. Just off of the fact of when I was coming to the gym, I was getting that love that I ain't have at home type stuff. So it was always like, Calvin, saying I walked through the gym, Calvin, like looking for him type stuff.
He told me he used to come to the gym and you'd be outside sleeping from the gym.
Yeah. I used to run from I go to school, and then from school, I go straight to the gym. Don't tell my grandma or nothing. Go straight to the gym. And the gym was closed. The gym didn't even, I used to get out of school by 3 o'clock, and the gym didn't open till like 4:30. I just be outside just sleeping on the front of the gym, just waiting. Police grab me before, like, get up. I think I'm just out here just grab me, like, what you doing out here? I'm waiting on the gym.
All for a reason. Does your team get nervous before fights?
I don't know. They probably do.
Reports surfaced months ago that Davis and Ford had parted ways professionally, marking a major change in Davis' career. Ford later spoke about the split, admitting it took an emotional toll on him. He said, "People often fail to understand my pain, my beliefs, and my emotions, but I understand them." His words showed how deeply he felt about the situation, making it clear that the decision wasn't easy for either of them.
Tank don't fuck with Coach Cal. When Tank was walking up, it looked like Coach Cal was about to give him that hug like you always do, and Tank just brushed him off like, fuck out of here, nigga. Oop, excuse me. Fuck out of here, nigga. Now it seemed like Coach Cal on point, so you're not paying Tank no mind. And Tank over here, he go to this nigga and watch this shit that he do. He gonna lift his jacket up and like, our conversation is a secret, I don't want him to hear it. Type shit. Like, yo, what's up with Coach Cal and Tank? They really don't fuck with each other? Like, what? And he brush him off again, like, don't touch me type shit. Like, you see?
Ford understands that every great fighter must eventually find their own path. Just as Floyd Mayweather once mentored Davis before he stepped out of Floyd's shadow, Ford believes Davis is now at a similar turning point. He must make his own decisions, build his own legacy, and shape his career without depending only on those who guided him.
Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. Floyd is Floyd. That's like I said, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that. It's a rocky road that we see what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story's going to be built itself. But again, that's how you burn bristles. Somebody said this is the true colors of a person that's coming out, man. They can't stand it, calmness. I don't like using that word, calm. Our Lord knows. He knows.
For years, Davis' team was more than just a group. It was a family. The bond between Davis, Ford, and those around them went beyond business. It was personal. They supported each other, celebrated wins together, and stayed strong through tough times. That unity played a big role in making Davis the fighter he is. However, things have changed. The dynamics have shifted, and Davis is now carving out his own path, moving forward in his career on his own terms.
I didn't even answer that question. What? I'm talking about family at this point. Because you pulled up with just somebody else. You didn't even pull up with your team. You pulled up with. We ain't see Cal. Yeah, Cal was there. Okay. Cal was there. Okay. I think he came a little late though. I spoke to him. Y'all good? Yeah. All right. Cause I just seen Calvin too. But that's another thing. Calvin is someone that he's like, when I ain't had no pops, Calvin was the person that you feel me, step me up. So no matter if he's not my coach, anything like that, he's always gonna be in my life. And that's why I said I